Hey guys, Nick here, and welcome back to Pokemon BDSP for Autism Awareness Month. In this episode, we are in Floroma Town, and off camera, I have leveled up the team a little bit, and as a matter of fact, Tally evolved. Tally evolved into Luxio, and as a matter of fact, Turtle is about to evolve into Grottle. But off camera, I actually had an idea. Little moment where I was like, what if I made this team into a rain team? Because Wave has Swift Swim. That could be fun. So we'll see. We'll see what we do. Anyway, first we gotta battle Team Galactic. We could also teach, once we get to that point, we could teach Alakazam Volt Switch or something. But anyway, yeah, battle time. I keep switching away from Wave because they're not very powerful yet. Alright. Oh, not the poison. Anyway. So. Once again, happy Autism Awareness Month. I'm poisoned. Are you kidding me? That's not cool. Oh, yeah. I was thinking, like, I was going to talk about something in this episode, and then I forgot what I was going to talk about, and now I remember. So, yeah, in this episode, I will be talking about autistic characters in media, because there's a lot of them. There are so many of them. So, let's start with a popular show, Steven Universe. Let's start with that. The character Peridot is a little autistic gremlin, and I love her for it. I love autistic characters in media. They tend to become my favorite characters in the entire show because I find them relatable. Another good example of an autistic character, however, actually not a good example, but like an example of autistic characters in media is Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. I was kind of a fan of that show, and then I like started seeing clips on YouTube Shorts, and then I was just like, actually, never mind. He's not cool. But one example that I can see on my wall right now is, oops, I'm setting up the wrong Pokemon. Is Tails from Sonic. Tails is definitely, in some way neurodivergent, at least. I mean, he's not autistic, but he's definitely, like, he's definitely on the autism spectrum. Like, he's your classic inventor character, you know? But another one who, probably one of my favorite autistic characters in media, is from She-Ra, the Netflix She-Ra. That being Entrapta. I freaking love Entrapta. Just so, like, because at some points in the show, I'm just like, I love her. She's gonna get everybody killed, but I love her because it's gonna be for so, like such iconic reasons. Alright, cool. Who's an autistic Pokemon character? Like all of the Gen 9 characters, now that I think about it. Like, Nimona is autistic, Penny's probably autistic. Arvin... If you could see my expression right now, I don't know. I don't know about Arvin. Arvin's a maybe. Real quick, I just want to go and buy some honey, because I want a Heracross in this. I want either a Heracross or a Snorlax. I'm gonna need more than that. I will purchase your entire stock. Alright. Who's another really fun autistic character in media? Good amount of the Owl House characters. Well, okay. Maybe not. Definitely Luce, though. Luce from Owl House gives off the same vibes. She gives off autistic vibes. Hold on. When did I plant these? I don't know when I planted those, but it was definitely more than 6 hours ago. How long do those take? Alright, 6 hours. I shall wait 6 hours for a Wurmple. Anyway, yeah, like, all the Gen 9 rivals, besides Arvin, maybe. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. I thought Turtle would have evolved by now. Trying to think. Jewel from the IDW comics in Sonic. IDW's original character, Jewel, she's probably autistic. And you know what? No, I don't think. Then again, we haven't seen him much just casually. I was thinking Kit Tsunami, but it's like I haven't had enough like time with the character to truly make that judgment. Whereas Jewel, yeah, no, definitely. Like Jewel has a hyperfixation on rocks. Like, the way Jewel works kind of shows. Like, she... I don't know, she just... once again, it's just kind of a... how do I explain this? Jewel basically... God, how do I explain this? Excuse me. Yeah, the rock, like the mineral museum is kind of a whole thing that makes me think, yeah. Like hyperfixation on rocks? Yeah, I will consider this character to be autistic. Of course I will. What do you expect from me? Anyway. Who's another autistic character in media? I feel like Trevor from Pokémon, like from the XY. If you don't know who I'm talking about, he's like the orange hair kid. Not Lysander, the like orange haired rival with the camera. This thing knows Thief. Oh, that's a good thing to get. Actually, wait, I didn't think about this. Bring back Tally. Bring in Snoozer. Aha! And then Teleport has negative priority, so it's not ever gonna go first. But if it did survive that, then I could safely go into Tally and get the Intimidate off. Boom. No damage taken. You fool! I'm using special moves. Let's charge up. Charging up. Alright, Thundershock. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Uh-oh. I'm expecting a full paralysis. Just get a full paralysis, please. Nope. Alright. I guess I'm not that lucky. Dude, this thing's insane. Frogly's a really overpowered Pokemon to have at this point in the game. There we go. No. I don't want her. Alright. That's Mars defeated. Anyway. Yeah, Entrapta is probably my favorite autistic character in media. Just because she's, like... She's kind of insane, and I love that. She's kind of insane. It is a little bit because of the autism, and I love that for her because it's like, it's really, it's fun. It's fun to see characters, like, especially autistic characters when they're in their element and they kind of just like get really overexcited. And I love seeing it because when they get super excited like that, I feel happy. So whenever Entrapta sees a robot, she gets like really excited, and I'm just like, Yeah, entrapped it. You go, girl. You have fun with those robots. Like, it's fun. How long do berries take to grow in this? Didn't I plant that last episode? It's been like a week. But you know what? Here's something. My main Sonic OC, Nick the Wolf, he is autistic. And he has a lot of his autistic stuff. Like, he has his little doggy bed. He likes everything a certain way. He likes to sleep a certain way. He only lets people touch him in like one spot, that being the top of the head. If you remember in the post Metal Virus video, which, by the way, if you haven't watched that, please watch it. I spent 3 months making that video. And I had to draw like almost 100 pictures for it. It took me a very long time. So if you haven't, please check out that video. It took me so long. It took me so long to make. Anyway. Yeah, Nick the Wolf, like, he also knows when his stuff's been messed with. Like, I came up with a bit this morning where it's basically like, man, I can't believe that guy had chaos powers. I can't believe that Nick's letting Blaze sit in his spot. I'm having a moment of weakness. Shut up, Tangle. Just like, it's surprising me too, but whatever. Okay, when does Turtle evolve? Oops. All right. 18, okay. That checks out. Hi, Budu. You know, it is a Budu. I feel like I could take it out. You know what I think is... Oh, okay. Maybe not. You know what I think is a trait of mine that comes from the autism is my perseverance. I will spend endless amounts of time on something and be like, that wasn't so hard. Like, stuff that I found really annoying about like a year or two ago, I just did it yesterday for about an hour and I was like, that wasn't so bad. And that was getting memory tokens in Sonic Frontiers. I had so many issues with it, like when I did it for the Sonic series Season 1, but then I did it for Season 2, and it took an hour, and I was like, that wasn't so bad. That took only an hour. Hence why I think I worked 5 hours a day or something on post Metal Virus. Like, and when I say 5 hours a day, I mean I worked 5 hours a day. Every, like, 3 days. Oh, yeah! So I have ADHD and autism. ADHD people hate routine. Autistic people like routine. So I get into this realm of confused screaming. Um, but my way of getting around that was actually pretty interesting, and that is to have only a half routine where I'll do one thing this day, another thing the next day, another thing the next day. So the way I was able to spend 5 hours on Post-Metal Virus every few days was I would spend about like 5 hours on that, not like depending on the day of the week, but I would basically work on reading Percy Jackson books on one day. The next day, I would work on writing the Pokemon stuff, which I think by the time this comes out, I'll almost be, like, I'll be a little more than half done with Chapter 4, which is the second to last chapter. Jesus. I'm almost done with Unova. Yeah, I would work on that the next day, and then the day after that, I would work on Post-Metal Virus. And that basically makes things... It makes things easier for me. I used a Budu on my last playthrough, and honestly, Baniri, I'm not a big fan of. So, yeah. I'm not going to battle them, actually. We're going to move on, because this is going to take forever if I have to battle them. Get Weasel experience through trainers. Oh, we're all healed up. Perfect. Anyway. But yeah, I have some amount of routine, but I don't have a lot of routine. Similar thing at work. So at work, we have a list. We have a list of things that we have to do. And when doing the list, I basically just go down the list and skip a couple. I skip a couple items, but I just go down the left side of the list for a while, and then I eventually just. But one day recently, I couldn't think of anything that I could do very well, and I was like, well, I'll just wait here, I guess. And it was a real interesting time. It did get busy after that point, so I was very happy about that, because I don't like being bored either. It's so weird. Anyway. Come on. Alright, there goes the worm pole. Gonna switch. Let me think, what else? A while ago, okay, so this is a thing. Maybe it's like, maybe it's autism, maybe it's something else. But what I do for writing is I come up with a bunch of ideas, and then I put them on a actual whiteboard. I bought a whiteboard a while ago. It was like $30, and I put it on my wall. So anytime I come up with ideas for something I want to put in the Pokemon stuff, I put it on there or into my spreadsheet. And if you're wondering what I mean by my spreadsheet, it's basically, I keep it on my computer. I literally just load up Google Sheets, and I have a giant comprehensive spreadsheet of everything in the Pokemon series that I've been writing. And when I say everything, I mean everything. I have the win rates of each Pokemon, the time they, like, the screen time they have, like the last episode they were seen. I tried doing it in a Google Slides. Didn't work very well. Problem with Google Slides is you can't see all your information at once. So I put all of it into a spreadsheet where I can more easily see it. I'm realizing in this context, that might be an autism thing. Choosing sheets over slides, and having an actual, like, insane reason. I remember, oh my god, I texted my sister one time. We were on a lot better terms at the time, but I texted my sister basically saying, like, I know the best spot to sit in the gym for a assembly. And I explain it, and I'm like, you gotta sit in the back left corner so that way you don't get stampeded when people go off the bleachers, and you just have to wait a little bit for people to leave. And she's like, this is some autistic crap. That's not actually what she said, but she was like, that gives off the same vibes as that's my spot. And I'm like, huh. Yeah, I guess it is. Anyway, I just moved on after that. Also, hello. Snoozer, thank you for evolving. I will see if I can evolve Kadabra into Alakazam off camera. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I could just do it now, couldn't I? Could I just do it now? Oops. No, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I'm using the Joy-Cons for this, so I was holding one of them, and I was just trying to tug at the joystick, and I realized I was holding the right Joy-Con. So, oops. Abra and Abra. These things know Energy Ball. Yep. God, I remember that from, like, my first playthrough of this game. And it stayed with me. That one piece of information from my first playthrough stayed with me to this point. It has been, let me look it up, like 3 years or something. I streamed my entire playthrough. God, streaming. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did streaming for so long. Episode 2, 3 years ago, yep. According to this, November 20th, yep. of 2021. Oh god, that was so long ago. That was when I was first getting into Pokemon content. Well, on YouTube. Anyway. Actually, I have spent so much time just playing Pokemon. I have figured things out that I never figured out before with Pokemon. Like, one of them being the best way to grind up Pokemon in Black 2 and White 2. And it's the stupidest piece of information in my head, but it's just there. And it's gonna be there forever because it was amazing. And the idea is, if you basically, through a story segment, give the EXP share to one Pokemon, and then just battle using, like, 1 or 2 Pokemon, then, like, you don't have to train up certain Pokemon at the league, and you can just keep trading the EXP share down, which keeps your Pokemon at a somewhat, like, clear enough level, and you don't have to really grind up as many. It's super helpful. Because now I don't have to spend insane amounts of time grinding. Wait, we got into this situation before. No, that's the wrong way. Oh, here's the exit. Alright, bye, Cheryl. Okay, Route 205. Now. What was I saying? I don't remember. Alright, got berries. I got more berries. Alright. Plant one of those. Plant 2 of those. Because I'm going to be using them a lot. This is the early game still. And cherry berry. Okay. Can I go into the Grand Underground right now? Yes! I can get more Pokemon. I want to go digging. Oh, alright. Hi, Rourke. Also, this series goes till it can't fit my upload schedule at the end of the month. So, If that is when I beat the league, then that fits perfectly. If not, then we're going to keep going. Ralts. Do I want to use Ralts? I don't know. You know what? It's here. Wait, I have a psychic type. Are you male or female? That's the deciding factor. Are you male or are you female? Alright, you're male. I only have Pokeballs and Great Balls. This shouldn't KO. Yeah. Dude, what is it with everything absolutely destroying Weasel? Come on. Come on back, Wave. Dang it. Alright. No Gallade for me, I guess. Alright, this way. There's a Pokemon down here I want to use. I don't know when it becomes available, but it does at some point. And I really want to use it. Hi, Baneri. I called Bunnelby Baneri in a video recently, and I was like, I'm not going to change it. And then Ryan brought it up to me, and I was like, yeah, I know. At this point, I'm just letting the comment section... If you hear me make mistakes like that in videos and I don't correct myself, there's a reason that I don't correct myself in those animated videos. And that is, it's because I don't actually think that it's, first of all, I don't think it's that big a deal. Secondly, it makes no sense to do it because then people comment on the videos and it boosts engagement. So, you know, like it boosts engagement on the video so more people see it. I don't think I'm going to find this fourth. Oh, never mind. Is that a heart scale? Nice. Alright, that can come in handy. Alright. I didn't know that was going to happen. Anyway. What was I thinking? What was I thinking about? Oh, hello, Skorupi. Do I want a Skorupi? I don't think so. I've used Drapion a lot. It's pretty fun, but I don't think I want to use it in this. There's a frog. Not in here. All right. Oops. Hi, Lickitung. Does anyone like Lickitung? Does anyone like it? I don't. That reminds me, I want to get a Wingull. If I do want to do the whole rain team thing, I'll need a Pelipper. Because Pelipper gets Frizzle. Hello! Hello, friend! How are you doing? I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it, but I got to try. I know I'm using you on another playthrough right now, but please join me. Is it only going to use Detect? Taunt. Okay. I forget what taunt. Okay, so taunt's the one that makes you only use moves one after the same move over and over again. I thought no. Am I thinking Torment? I can no longer escape. Oh no. Ow. Okay, that happened. Use next Pokemon. Let's go into Tally and just hit it with a not super effective bite. Alright, bite shouldn't KO. Well, it's definitely not now. It's not gonna do anything now. Alright, bite. Okay. One more. Great Ball. Are you kidding me? It didn't even shake. I'm gonna run out of Pokeballs here. Oh no, am I gonna miss out on Absol? I love Absol. I won't stop trying. It's my friend! It's my friend. I love making friends. That's not a common thing that I would say, but you know. Do I want to give it a nickname? Sure. Smug? Is that... I'm actually allowed to name it that. Alright. I'm not allowed to name a Pokemon Skyscraper, but I'm allowed to name one Smuggler. That's weird. That's a thing. I remember from ages ago. I was doing the Steel-type Gym Leader series. Like from, what was it, like almost 3 years ago? No, not even close to 3 years ago. Like 2 years ago. I did that series, and a lot of fun. However, I did learn something really weird, that being, you can't name a Pokemon Skyscraper. I learned this, and I was just sitting there like, why? Why is that a thing? Because I wanted to name my Duraludon Skyscraper. These are the facts that just kind of stick with you. Like, this is my whole life. These facts just kind of stick with me. I don't know what to tell you. All right. I don't know where Glameows are, because that's the Pokemon I want to get here. I want to get a Glameow because Broglie seems like a lot of fun to use. I don't think my Rain Team idea is going to happen anymore. Jeez, the Grand Underground is big. I guess that makes sense. The Grand Underground, it would be big. Oh, it's so pretty. Why is this place so pretty? Well, either way, I didn't want to be in this battle. Really? Let me go. I'm free. Right, we are going to really quick move Tally to the front of the party. I could not escape this thing. You know when there are Pokemon that you're just like, I want you to be good. I so badly want you to be good. And they're just not. This is one of those Pokemon for me. Cherubi. This is like, that is one of the Pokemon that I'm just like, why do you have to suck? Why do you have to suck so badly? Like, I'm genuinely upset at how bad you are as a Pokemon. Hey, can you look at the camera? That's not the... If I encounter you, are you gonna... No, you're gonna be male. Alright. They did move some Grand Underground Pokemon, or some Honeytree Pokemon, into the Grand Underground. However, I would like a Honeytree Heracross. Or a Honeytree Munchlax. I won't pick and choose with that. Anyway. I'm gonna be down here for a while, aren't I? Prepare for me to be down here for, like, the next hour. I can't just stay down here for an hour, can I? Then again, I do want to see if I can find a fossil. Nope. 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 We got a box. No fossils. That's sad. Nope. Okay. I really don't care about the box. But what's inside? Krogunk. All right. I'm just wandering around at this point. Just wandering the Grand Underground. Alright, I am wasting a lot of time here. I will explore a couple more hideaways. Actually, I think we're not going to make our way this way. I'm going to make my way to the right. Because I kind of want to see just what's over there. Because there are, like, fiery caves on this side. Oh, they're far away. They are very far away. That's annoying. What do I do? This is tricky. Alright, this way. I am going to keep enjoying the Grand Underground, though. I will not apologize. I will say there are some pretty stupid things with the Grand Underground. Like the fact that certain Pokemon you find down here can't actually evolve. I think good examples of this are Gligar and Dusclops. Or Duskull, more accurately. Alright, we're about halfway to the Fiery Caves. Take the upper path. Unless this is a Fiery Cave, in which case I will be happy. It's not. Alright. Through here. Oh, wait, no, not through here. Back into here. Alright, we gotta go over here. I know that when you get more gym badges, more stuff can be found. Okay, we need to take the middle path. I'm curious what that big one is. All right, in here. All right, Rocky Cave. Oh, I got a nugget. Onyx, Geodude, Onyx. All right, I'm out. I'm out of that one. The next one. I gotta just... It's one of these two that's a Fiery Cave. Let's try this one. No, this is a Spacious Cave. Might have messed up. Because I don't think the big one is a Fiery Cave. So it might be the one on the left of here. We'll have to see. Nope, this is also a giant sand cave. Isn't there like an item in here that I would want? Shockwave. Not really. Also, what's this a statue of? I can barely see it. Alright, yeah, like the Grand Underground I find to be pretty fun. Was that a pincer? Can pincer spawn in here? And if so, why? That was a weird thing they did with the Grand Underground. They made certain Pokemon just available in these regions. And it made no sense for some of them. Like Pinsir, who had just, like, earlier in the year, before the game came out, been like, oh, I can't... There was a character in the anime who was just like, I can't get any Pinsirs in Sinnoh. And it was like, that's no longer true. They have now been made available through the Grand Underground. As have the starters in the post-game. You can actually get any set of starters you want in the post-game. Which, I think that's interesting. Alright, is this a fiery cave? Where is the fire? What am I, an arsonist? Where's the fire? Alright, I thought it was here. I think I'm gonna move on. Because I don't really want to waste too much of your guys' time. I already wasted a lot of it being down here. Anyway, up to the surface. Alright. Let's heal up. I got an Absol. That's pretty fun. I'm excited to use that. I am actually using an Absol in a different playthrough as well. Does it have an egg move? This is a good question. Does Smuggler have an egg move? That's super luck. That's pretty cool. Knock off, mean look, detect, taunt. I don't know if any of these are egg moves. But honestly, I'm not too thrilled about that moveset. Let's have a look. I got Rock Smash, Stealth Rock, Bullet Seed, Swagger, Shockwave. Alright. We'll find more. In the meantime, it's time to fight Gardenia. I need some water, man. We've been going for an hour already. Jesus. I'm debating whether or not I want to go against Crasher Wake yet. After this gym, if I go to Veilstone or Pastoria. Because Pastoria has Crasher Wake and I could just battle him. Or I could battle oh my god. Or I could battle Maylene in Pastoria City, or in Veilstone City. Dear God, I'm tired. We had a 4-hour meeting at Subway last night. Like, we had a 4-hour staff meeting. And to those of you who are saying, is that a long who are asking, is that a long meeting? Yes. Doesn't matter where you're working. That is a long meeting. If you're wondering why, I can't tell you. It's kind of... or I can tell you. It's like a whole thing. One of our bosses... We got a new boss, so... Or my manager got a new boss. He came in, had a look at the store, and he's just been kind of like, alright, so here's what we got to be doing. And there was a long list. There was a long list of stuff. So, yeah, that was about it. And if you're wondering how I fared with that, with the autism, it wasn't too awful. The ADHD was what made it hard, so I basically had a little bit of Mountain Dew, and you guys might be thinking, Nick, that would make it 10 times worse, wouldn't it? ADHD is weird, and like for people with ADHD, it actually tends to have the opposite effect. Which is kind of interesting. But also, I water my soda the crap down, just because it kind of like makes it so that there's less, like there's still the same amount of liquid in there, but there's less soda. So I water the soda the heck down. And that way I don't have as much acid problem. That also might be an autism thing. Like, I can't just have pure soda anymore. I have to have it, like, with ice or like, with a crap ton of ice and watered down. Alright, that's fine. Anything else for me? Nope. Alright. Am I gonna have to come back here onto this side? That's gonna be annoying. There you are. I don't like this version of the gym puzzle. I think I've seen the platinum one. It looks a lot more interesting. Because in platinum, it's like a flower clock. It's more interesting than whatever the heck this is. I think I have to kind of... I remember seeing certain videos of, like, this is what your favorite Pokemon says about you. And I'm like, alright, let's see what he says here. For Lucario, I thought, like, I got a little annoyed because it was, like, furry community. And I'm like, okay, you're unfortunately not wrong, but in all the wrong ways. Also, that's a... No, I'm not getting into that conversation today. We're ending off basically as soon as I finish the gym, this gym, which is gonna happen when I beat the gym leader. We're done for the video because I'm just spouting nonsense at this point. Anyway. Yeah, some of his picks for, like, favorite Pokemon, he was just like, this one just says Autism with flame stick. It's just Autism with flame stickers on it. And I'm like, that's accurate. I can find this man. Hang on, let me find him. Let's have Smuggler come in. What your... hang on. What your favorite Pokemon says about you. Okay, Blake Jennings. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Yeah, that's his name. Go nuts. I've enjoyed what your favorite Pokemon says about you quite substantially. I find it very funny at some points. And surprisingly accurate. Because he was like, this is what your favorite Ultra Beast says about you. And he got to Naganadel and he said, you never know how to sit correctly in a chair. And I'm like, how does he know? How does he know that that's the kind of person I am? How do you know? Ugh. It's like, how does he know? How does he know? There's another YouTuber, I don't know her name. But she mentions like what your favorite or like what your favorite I don't know, for example, childhood show with LGBT characters says about you. And then goes into really like deep descriptions of what it means. And I'm just like, this is scarily accurate. Like Blake, he just says something and it's like, all right, that says me. No, that doesn't say me. And like sometimes it's accurate, but other times it's just like, okay, I don't feel the same way. But with this girl, like she was scarily accurate. And I was just sitting there like, my curtains are shut, right? Like, dang it, I can't think of her name. She'll come up on my feed later, isn't she? Like, she's gonna come up on my feed later. Alright, Turtwig. Let's go with Aw Turtle. Aw Turtle versus Turtwig. Actually, Turtwig's very unlikely to... Oh, okay. Okay, so Turtwig's very unlikely to really hurt me, so... Growth. Our speeds aren't that much different. I don't think that's going to do a lot. Growth. And one more time. Because after this turn, Reflect wears off, I think. We're at +3 attack. Oh, wait. Did the Reflect not wear off? I'm going to growth one more time. Alright, she didn't set up Reflect, so I think it's still up. We have +4 attack. You might be bulky, Turtwig, but you're going down. How are you not dead? Jesus. Wow, okay. Jesus, Turtwig's bulky, man. I mean, I get it's a turtle. With the Reflect, that's nasty. Are you kidding me, Gardenia? That's nasty, man. And she set up the Reflect again. Wow. All right. That sucked. We're at +4 attack as well. Alright, fully evolved Pokemon, here we go. Hello, Rose Raid. This might actually hurt. Yep. Dang, if that Turtwig was, like, less nasty, that would have... We probably would have gotten it there. All right, Snoozer. I don't think you're going to be able to do anything. Nope. Nope, it's dead. Yeah. It's just not bulky enough. All right, so we're going to evolve it next time off camera. It's just going to evolve Tally. I don't think that helps. She's using special moves. So, bite. All right, time for the big guns. Smuggler. It's level 22. That explains it. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Knock off. Huh? What happened? Yeah, Wave, you can learn Bite. What happened, though? How did we do that? Hang on. Absol's... Okay. Oh, Absol has an attack stat of 130. That is quite substantial. Alright, that makes sense. We got the Forest Badge. And stickers. Along with some TMs. Alright, let's go heal. What's Smuggler's attack stat? Just real quick. Oh, plus the critical hit ratio is boosted because of super luck. Should I get a zoom lens? Is that in this game? Okay, if the zoom lens is in this game, I'm going to find it and I'm going to use it. Super luck is insane. Attack stat of 66, speed of 40. I could, like, switch out, like, Quick Claw or Zoom Lens, honestly. And then get the... Actually, Zoom Lens might be a bit too overpowered of an item to have this early. Or not, like, in the game. In the base game. Then again, the Elite Four does all have, like, super insane Pokemon. Alright. I do not... What? I don't know. I can't keep recording, guys. I was about to say I don't want to come back to a Pokemon Center, and then I realized that makes me sound like a horrible person. But anyway, that's going to end this video here, guys. If you enjoyed it, remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and please, please, this is Autism Awareness. Share this video with everyone you know and love. I'd really appreciate it. Until next time, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!